Hey there, it's Holly. Clearly I'm gonna be talking about Snow White. Uh, I, uh, I, heads up, I didn't buy this for the review. We're allowed to dress up for work for, some of the bigger movies, so, I like to have fun. Either which way, I really liked it. Um, I do know that a lot of people, for better or worse, are hating on it or saying it's bad. Like, there are definitely issues with the movie, for sure. It's not perfect at all. Um, there's some elements that like either needed to be expanded upon or taken out, and without getting, I don't know if I should say spoilers. I may do spoilers later, but no, I really like this. Sorry, sorry about that. No, I actually have seen it twice, so clearly I do like it. Uh, some of the changes they made, like they pumped up some of the songs. They took away some of the ones that weren't that interesting. Like if you remember, yes, they took away like the one in front of the wishing well, which since they took out the prince, that's not really as needed anymore. Um, Especially the direction they're going with, or they went with. The one that they did take out, which I'm actually completely okay with, was if you remember in the original, there's the one of the saying about how to like wash their hands, wash their face, or whatever, and they're like washing grumpy. That one is good for kids, like little kids or whatever, but it's a little time wasty, which could be sacrilegious. I don't know. Um, Either which way. Uh, no, it was good. Here's the thing: is yes, it has issues. Yes, there's people complaining about it, but a lot of those complaints aren't necessarily founded on anything. Like, oh, Rachel Zellweger, blah blah blah. It's like, that's not the point of the movie. The point of the movie is just me making Snow White. Like, it did its job. Like, if you can complain about a movie, complain about the stuff that's like actually in the movie and is the issue. She's the best part of the movie, honestly. Like, and even Gal Gadot. Like, yeah, Gal Gadot. If you have issues with her, reasonable issues, I understand those. I'm not going to get into that. Um, but she does a fine job. Her song is upbeat enough. There's even elements of like she has a song, the Queen has a song, and there's elements of that that sounds very much like the Witches, one of the Witches songs in Into the Woods. If you've seen that, it's like it's the last Midnight song, so it's like da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da. Like if you know what I'm talking about, like there's elements of that in there, so that's interesting. I liked that. Her song is fine. All the songs are fine for the most part. There's one that's but um no. So here's the thing, is um I actually do think that the remakes of the more classic Disney have fared a lot better than the Renaissance ones. Like when we look back, like oh, the live action Disney movie sucks. Like they really don't. Because like Jungle Book, Cinderella, Maleficent to a point. I have my own issues with Maleficent, but Maleficent to a point is good. Um, Snow White, good. Dumbo, I haven't seen, so I can't fully say, but they did go a certain direction. And it's Tim Burton, so it can't be god awful. Alice in Wonderland also notwithstanding, but those ones tend to fare better because the stories were pretty bare bones and old to begin with. So it's like they've been readapted and rechanged over the years. So like, oh, okay, we'll change this again. So like, that's fine. There's no issues there. Um, on that, actually, am I wrong in thinking that the best remake, like best Disney property or whatever that got remade multiple times, like has consistently not had a really bad remake, is Cinderella? Like you had the Brandy one in the 90s, and you had Ever After, you had Cinderella. Like I feel like the Cinderella ones are always consistently either good or like decent, which is weird. Like that one, that's interesting. I may look into that one a little bit more. Um, no, okay. So here's the couple spoilers kind of things I'll say because some of the stuff you may already know. Like if you've been on the internet already, you kind of already know. But the original dwarfs that were going to be in it, if you remember way back, they're like, oh, these random people are going to be the new dwarves. They're magical people or whatever it was. Um, they're in it, but like they're freedom fighters or rebels or something, and they don't really serve a purpose, but I feel like they should. There was one character in particular who like they wanted to give more to, and I wanted to see more of him and his story, but they just didn't have time for that. So I don't know why they were in there. I get it. They work with like the new Prince guy. I forget his name, but they work with him. Um, there is no Prince, but they fill it out. Um, there are elements of them being in there I do like because they're added in on the dance number, like when they're having the party or whatever. They're there and like there's background stuff happening with them in the doors that kind of just humanizes both of them, kind of lightens things up and stuff. That's good. I do like that. Little touches like that. Or that they gave Dopey way more of a arc, way more of a role than the original. Like he's not just, oh, look at him, he's stupid looking, haha. Like all like yeah, he gets main spotlight and Grumpy always does. The other dwarfs not so much. Like Sneezy doesn't really do much. Bashful definitely doesn't do anything. Doc does it a little bit more. But they do what you expect they're gonna do. Um, the is it's like one of the big complaints I do have, one of the bigger ones, is there's some slight changes in song that, while not really game changing, still is odd. Like I get it, they make it their own, so it's completely distinctive. But the Hi Ho song in the original, there's the I am sorry. I've been doing a lot of videos today, and my voice is already shot. Great. I need to do this more often. Anyway, the Hi Ho song. There's the bit where it's like in the mines where a thousand diamonds shines. That's not in the new one, and it does bug me a bit, but the way they change it still kind of works. Like they made the song more of an introduction for the characters. So they have like little moves where it's like, oh, I'm sleepy, we know, or I'm grumpy, or shut up, grumpy, whatever. It's cute. It's cute. It's cute for the kids. It's cute. Um, that said, there's still I've been trying not to allude to it because it's the main spoiler, but um, the Queen's death. So if you don't want to hear this and watch to see yourself, don't just stop. I may put a timestamp on when you can come back, but like a couple minutes. Give it a minute, maybe. Anyway, um, the Queen's death, it doesn't make any sense. And I think I get what they were trying to do. I don't know. So in the original, like the Queen, she falls off the cliff, like the lightning hits the cliff, she falls, the rock kills her, all that. This one, she breaks the mirror and she gets sucked into the mirror dimension or something. Like she turns into glass, it gets sucked in because the mirror still says, hey, Snow White's better than you. Um, my guess is that they were trying to tie into Wish because Wish was kind of a weird prequel to Snow White. Um, but they don't really say anything. They don't allude to that ever being the case. They don't mention anything like, oh, hey, if you do this to the mirror, this will happen. It just happens. So that's weird. the other little thing, this is a small thing with the Queen, is so Snow White's parents, they're king and queen. That one's fine. Their emblem is an apple tree, which sure makes sense for them for Snow White, apples, all that. The Queen's is a crown. Like it works with the character. Like I get it because she's obsessed with beauty and jewels and things, but it's just an odd emblem. It's an odd emblem to choose. Is a crown? Really? That's the best one you could come up with? Not like, here's some diamonds. Like if they were diamonds, they could work in the dwarfs a bit better, you know? She'd be like, oh, look, I need to find the dwarfs. No. The dwarfs just mine diamonds and nothing really happens with that. Granted, nothing really happened with that in the original, but the original queen wasn't obsessed with diamonds and rubies and things. This one is. So I feel like that's another mistake. Like this movie is like 20-ish minutes more than the original, but I still feel like it could have been longer. Like it's still under 2 hours. It could have been 2 hours, maybe like 2:05, 2:10, and it could have really like cleared up some of those little things, like giving the queen a bit more of like connection with the dwarfs, with the diamonds and stuff. Explain the mirror a bit more, and giving the bandits like a little bit more to do too, but they didn't. That said, once again, I enjoyed it. Like there's some scenes that are like almost pitch perfect to the original and even better somehow. Like her going through the woods, the spooky woods part. They do that extremely well. And like, yeah, so it's not going to beat the watercolor of the original, of course not. But like, for what it looks like, for what it looks, how it looks, it's really, really good. Um, no, this movie looks good. Like, yes, the dwarfs look weird with just a photo, but seeing them like actually move, it's not that bad. It's if you could get past like some wonky CG from like Star Wars or like Star Trek or what have you, you could get past this. It's not that big of a deal. Like, yes, like look, guys, it's Snow White. It's not the like, oh, this is the best movie ever made. You can't ever change it. No, do whatever you want with it. It's Snow White. It's fine to change. This is good. It's a good movie. Go see it. Like, literally, like, granted, most people I saw seeing it, because I work in a theater, most people I saw seeing it were parents and their little kids who love Snow White, fair enough, and Disney nerds, also fair enough. Like, that's really the target audience for this. Like, they're gonna like the movie. It does its job. It's no worse than like Corella. Corella was good too. It's not that bad. Um, I'm complaining and complain now, complaining against the people who complain. Either way, um, I liked it. I had fun. I saw it twice. It's definitely one of those ones you want to see like the RPX or IMAX or whatever. You want like the big sound for it, for especially for some of the songs, like especially the Whistle While You Work song, because that one, how they changed and how they like pumped it up a bit, that one definitely like benefits from a good sound system. Um, I'm hoping this does better with word of mouth. And hopefully, like the negative word of mouth doesn't outweigh the positive word of mouth. Like, granted, I was I was on the, let's say this, I was on the Elemental train before Elemental blew up. I liked Wish. Wish was good too. Don't hate on Wish. Um, I may do a Wish video at some point because I actually rewatched that. I do like that one still. I do hope that one actually gets a reappraisal too. I feel like I like the other, not so like Disney movies. Anyway, uh, there are a lot of tangents. Um, Anyway, no, it was good. Go see it if you get the chance. If you don't, fine. Either way, don't be hating on it just to hate on it. Like, it's nowhere near as bad as Mufasa, Lion King, Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast, even like I mean, Little Mermaid. Little Mermaid I didn't see. I can't really okay, to be fair, I can't really say if Little Mermaid's bad because I didn't see it because I just do not like Melissa McCarthy as Ursula. That's my own personal thing. The rest of it could have been great. I don't know. I didn't see it. Uh, but I feel like Snow White's going to be like upper middle of the pack. Like it's going to be where like most of the other classic era ones are. Like where it's people will say like, no, it's one of the better ones. Because it really is. They did a really good job on it. Um, anyway, uh, till next time, please like, subscribe, maybe notification bell, actually notification bell, because I'm actually gonna be doing this now. It will be as erratic. So, please, thank you.